The reason you're not getting ahead financially isn't because of how much you earn, it's about what you believe is possible for yourself. I know that because I've been on both sides of this story. I spent years working in financial services in London after years working on minimum wage jobs just trying to get by. The stories that you tell yourself about money, that it's hard to come by, that it's not for people like you, that you'll always have to trade your hours for salary, those stories are running in the background of every single financial decision that you make, whether you realize it or not. When I first got to London at 22 and I was working 3 jobs, the story that I was telling myself was that to make money, I had to do all the hours just to get by and make enough, and that wealthy people were just different to me somehow. And then one day I was working in a bar shift and I had a conversation with a managing director at one of the big investment banks that completely changed my perspective and altered the path of my life ultimately, because his entire relationship with money was completely different. This was someone who had built his whole career and his whole life around a completely different set of beliefs about what was possible. And when I asked him what he actually did day to day in his work, I thought it didn't sound that hard. I can do that too. And that is when I realized that the gap between us wasn't luck, it was his belief system. The story that he was telling himself versus the story that I was telling myself. And that conversation is what motivated me to know that I could do better, I could earn more. I just had to close that knowledge gap by investing in myself and in my career and believing in myself ultimately. I replaced how I thought about money from something I had to slave away for to something that was easy to come by if I was in the right rooms and talking to the right kind of people. You don't need more income to start to change your money story. You just need to decide that a different financial life is actually possible for you, because it is. Your belief systems and your networks are what will shape your finances. So ask yourself, what do I believe about money? Am I in the right rooms? And start changing your language around money and the people and the information that you're surrounded by. From making money is hard to making money is easy. And change your environment from being influenced by people who aren't doing anything big with their lives to being influenced by the smartest, richest people in the room. And if these people aren't in your real network, make them a part of your digital network through YouTube videos, podcasts, forums, because the wealth that you want for yourself is possible if you have the right mindset. If this resonated with you, drop me a follow. I post every day on building real financial foundations, and I've been exactly where you are.